So then Paul Doswell's with me. Paul, let's just quickly react on last night's FA Cup draw, home tie against Cray Valley Paper Mills.
Yeah, I mean, when the draw first came out, we were looking for, I think as everyone would be looking for the Sunderland or the Portsmouth or the Ipswich. And then you get given a home tie against a team in a lower league. And of course, everyone's reaction would be that, it's a great draw. My reaction, as you know, on the night was sort of slightly different because I actually know a fair bit about Cray Valley. Very well managed. And they've got players there that should be playing at a higher level. It reminds me very much of Chatham. We never took Chatham lightly. Adi Youssef is a player that's done well against me before for Dulwich. I do rate Adi. Connor Diamond obviously was at Bromley. And they've got some real good players with some real pace, especially in that front four as well. So, listen, you can only ask for a home tie, but we certainly will be looking at Cray Valley as though they're almost as a level of a National League South team.
Well, they've beaten 3 teams in leagues higher than in this Cup one and came back from 2-0 down to beat Maidenhead on Saturday. If that says anything about there being a potential banana skin in this one, that proves it.
I don't see it as a banana skin because I just know in the FA Cup when we're away from home against a higher placed team, we go believing that we can win the game. Without a shadow of a doubt, they'll be coming in next Saturday believing that they can win it. It's 11v11 on the day, FA Cup, as we know. You've only got to be probably 5% down on what your best game is. And the lower ranked team normally produces 5% more, and that 10% overall can make the difference. So very important that we concentrate on the game against Dartford first. I think that's absolutely key. But from Sunday onwards, Cray Valley will be given all the attention they actually deserve because they've not just beaten sides, they've beaten sides like Walton Casuals by 6 or 5, I think, and they beat Moneyfields by 6. And anyone who goes to Maidenhead and do what they did and score 3 goals against the National League team, who'd just beaten, by the way, Notts County and I think Wrexham, just goes to show that they're a decent side.
It was great to see as well last night, people like yourself, Derek, the players were down there in the bar with the fans. It was great to have that nice little interaction for the draw.
Yeah, and that's the nice thing about the FA Cup. We had a brilliant game on Saturday. We had a fantastic sort of weekend of it, which culminated in a good coach trip on the way back. And you want more and more of those sort of types of days. And it's a great opportunity for us all, Cray, to get into the second round. And that's when you really would be a minnow then in the second round of the FA Cup. So massive incentive for both sides, and we'll be looking forward to it.
As you said earlier, of course, there's a game in between that and a big game at that against Dartford on Saturday. I suppose now we've had the draw, it's all out of the way. Now it's switching off and switching into the important game to come.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, it's another league game. You can only win 3 points. It's not like you can win 22 points if you can beat Dartford. Kingy and myself and Bairdy and that have been around a long time. And he knows that I rate him, and I think he rates us. So I think there's 2 good teams there. They've been very, very good now for the last 6 months of last season, and certainly all the pre-season they've beaten every National League team, and they've had another good start to the season, not unexpected. Very good squad, good squad as well, 18 to 20. So they've got depth in that squad now, and they're going to be there or thereabouts, and I would expect hopefully us to be as well.
There's 2 teams with a lot of similarities. Both sides will fancy themselves as teams that should be at the next level, and 2 teams that will fancy themselves to be right in the mix come the end of the season.
Yeah, it's right, fancy yourself, but you've actually got to earn the right. And, they earned the right last year by sort of coming back from, I think, nearly 16th, 17th to finishing, 4th or 5th in that league. And I think Steve would probably be disappointed that they didn't beat Weymouth. I thought they were favourites going into that game, having won 2 away games to get there. So he'd have been disappointed with that, as we were getting beaten, by them on the day. But as I said, it's not the worst thing this year, in my opinion, to be in the National League South. It's another fantastic league. We've already seen that with even the start of the season. No game's easy at this level. They're playing Chippenham tonight, which Steve will be going down there knowing that's not an easy game. I just think it's a really good league again this year. Probably definitely strengthened with the addition of Ebbsfleet as well. So it's going to be a long season. It's not going to be won or lost on Saturday, that's for sure, from either team. And I think what's going to happen as well is where you're going to be Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday for many weeks on the trot. If you have 1 or 2 or 3 good weeks where you win all 3 games, you can sort of accumulate 27 points in 3 weeks. And that will be a big thing this season. You know, it's not like you go from Saturday to Saturday, because I think in 2 weeks' time, especially with us getting through in the FA Cup, you know, we've got to rearrange Slough, we've now got to rearrange Hampton. You possibly, if you win, have to rearrange another game. So you are going to get to that point very, very soon where it is going to be a 3-game-a-week season for quite a number of weeks.
I suppose it's the biggest headache you got, but I suppose at this moment in time, it's a headache you're happy to have.
Yeah, listen, players prefer to play games. You know, everyone will talk about tiredness, but players, if you ask them, would rather play 3 games a week than train 3 times a week. So Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday is something that the players, I think, if you get in a groove and you're doing well, they would absolutely love it. Obviously, if you're losing games and you're drawing games, then it becomes more of a difficult process. But as a player, myself, I only ever wanted to play. I hated training. But playing was everything. So, you know, it's not a bad rhythm to get into, especially if you can win games.
Which is something we're going to have to look at in a few weeks' time. But how much are you going to make the most of this period now? We've got a couple of weeks where we can play Saturday to Saturday.
Yeah, we talked about it last week. I felt that, you know, because of the injuries we've had pre-season, that we weren't at our sharpest. A lot of work was done last week with the players on their fitness. That culminated in a good game against Bath in terms of the numbers. If you look at the stats from the players running, we were right back up to where we were last season. So we are getting there. I sort of said it might take us 7 or 8 games, 9 games even, to get to being what I'd consider match fit, mainly for the 6 or 7 that were out for 4 or 5 weeks of pre-season. But again, they've done well. They're working hard, and the stats from Saturday showed that we're not too far away from last year's now.
Paul, thanks for your time as ever.
Cheers, Henry.